sent out a question of what do cherubs look like? Do you guys have any thoughts on what cherubs look like?
That depends on which context.
Yeah.
Cherubs in Valentine's Day context are the little babies
That's
with
what I think
wings.
of called the cherub.
That's not. Yeah.
That's all.
Cherubs context of the Ark of the Covenant were big winged
Yeah, big wings on the outside.
angels up on top of it.
Yeah, right.
I'm not sure if they were ever made for anything else. So I don't know if there's any other image of to try to figure out what they look like.
There are
Don't know.
other images,
Okay.
yeah. So we'll look at some of those.
All right.
Okay. So then you have the cherubim in art.
Mm-hmm.
So then we have the question of
Yeah, where did that come from?
why do we see cherubs depicted as chubby babies?
Yeah.
In art. It's not that the cherubim are depicted as babies. It's more that the depictions of babies with wings are being called cherubim. So it's not the people that say, let me draw a cherubim, they draw a baby with wings. Like people that draw the baby with wings, and other people say, that's a cherubim. They said they're actually putty, which are found in ancient Greco-Roman art and revived in the Italian Renaissance period. So they were drawing them first, and then people started calling them cherubim.
Yeah.
So in conclusion, cherubim are beings in the spirit realm. From our previous studies, we know that the role of angels, they're ministering spirits that serve and interact with humans. We see the cherubim's primary role is related to protecting God's throne and preventing anything from entering his presence. So they're always associated with holiness. When Adam and Eve sinned, the cherubim was stationed outside the Garden of Eden to protect the way to the tree of life. So they're always stationed around God's throne. So they're not created to serve humans or minister to humans. So you could technically say they aren't angels. They're spirit beings, but they aren't necessarily angels because they're not ministering spirits and they're not there to serve men. But since most people refer to all spiritual beings as angelic beings, then it can be used, that term, angelic being. So some people refer to anything in the spirit realm as an angelic being. So to be in the presence of God, you must be completely holy. So that's why the cherub of sin got cast out of heaven. So we see that some cherubims have an anointed role to guard God's throne. So we know that the cherub must be, exceptionally holy because they are always in God's presence. So we saw that cherubim have a natural face similar to an ox because Ezekiel said it had the face of a cherub and he meant an ox. But also that some of them have a face of a man, an eagle, and a lion. So we can assume that the cherubim over the ark only had one face. We saw cherubims drawn in the temple that had two faces, the face of a lion and the face of a man. And the cherubim in Ezekiel's vision had four faces. So this tells us the cherubim can have 1, 2, or 4 faces at least. That combination, if not more. But whether one cherubim can have multiple combinations of that is not clear and not said. And whether they have the ability to manifest different ways at different times isn't really specified. The different number and types of faces could somehow represent the characteristic or the ability or the role of the cherub.